Greetings, my discerning friends. Imagine an experiment so intense, it morphs into a psychological maze where power and control battle with human nature. Now, let's journey into a psychological thriller that's no work of fiction, the infamous Stanford prison experiment. In 1971, 24 college students entered an artificial prison at Stanford University, but the stage quickly turned into a dark reflection of humanity's potential for tyranny. The study was to span 2 weeks, yet the curtains drew in a mere 6 days. Today, we're delving into the true narrative, its entangled roots in psychology, and the controversies echoing through corridors of time, questioning both ethical boundaries and our understanding of authority's grip on the psyche. Let's start at the core of this mind-altering inquiry, the Stanford prison experiment itself. Psychology in the 70s was still reeling from Milgram's revelations on obedience. Then came Philip Zimbardo, armed with a Navy grant, poised to dig deeper into this complex web of power dynamics and the intoxication of control. Zimbardo handpicked the sharpest candidates, 24 sapient beings, who were divided by a mere flip of a coin into prisoners and guards. The mock prison within Stanford's very bowels was crafted to feel oppressively authentic. Prisoners were stripped of their identities, redressed, numbered, and prepared for a confrontation with authority that would shatter many preconceptions. The guards, cloaked in the intoxicating veil of unchecked authority, tested the bounds of their dominion with nightsticks and the cold sting of psychological warfare. Supremacy surged, rebellion ignited, and an insidious descent into chaos ensued. Meanwhile, Zimbardo himself, the puppet master, became entangled as the prison superintendent. But why did it collapse so rapidly? Simply put, power corroded and compassion failed. Men who just days before stood on equal ground now unrecognizably fractured into oppressors and the oppressed. Zimbardo's significant other, witnessing the mayhem, demanded an end to the madness, bringing about the experiment's premature demise. Since then, the shadows of the Stanford experiment have been cast far and wide, surfacing within the grim corridors of Abu Ghraib. Its ethical dilemmas on psychological suffering and the real cost of knowledge still haunt the halls of academia. Some voices even cast doubt on the authenticity of behaviors witnessed, transforming the experiment from concrete study to almost theatrical performance. This study, while cloaked in ignominy, paved the way for intense scrutiny of ethics in psychological research and persistent queries about the genesis and seduction of power. Yet, whether it serves as an admonishment or an aberration, the Stanford prison experiment remains a cipher for understanding the complex architecture of the human spirit when authority is thrust into its hands. Take a moment and ponder, how deep does authority's shadow fall over your own nature? And should you find this journey into the human psyche insightful, consider offering your appreciation. Your support fuels our continued exploration into such profound questions. And there we have it, a tantalizing glimpse into one of psychology's most debated studies. If today's revelations ignited a spark within you, I implore you to hit subscribe, like, and ring that bell to unlock the vast reservoir of potential that awaits. By safeguarding this wisdom, you step closer to unraveling the oft-hidden miscellany of the human condition. Remember, knowledge is power, but understanding is the key to mastery. As you venture forward, I challenge you to reflect on the insights gleaned. Which actions will you implement in your life? Until next time, stretch the fabric of your cognitive horizon and emerge stronger, wiser, and ever more capable. Greetings, curious minds and voracious learners. Imagine peering beyond the veneer of existence to unravel the enigmatic tapestry of the cosmos. Today, we delve deep into the fabric of reality, probing questions that have tantalized scholars for eons. What ignited the inception of the universe? Can science and spirituality converge to illuminate the genesis of everything we know? Brace for a journey through the annals of time, exploring the interconnectedness of life's intricate patterns. Prepare to be enlightened as we venture through the mystical realm of sacred geometry. Science persistently stretches the boundaries of our comprehension, propelling humanity on an unending quest for knowledge. This desire to penetrate deeper layers of understanding, to extend our vision beyond the seen, is bound up with our pursuit of truth. Centuries of religious doctrine once held fast to the belief that our planet was young, but with the rise and study of evolution and geology, a consensus emerged: the Earth is vintage, millions of years in the making. By the 1920s, the art of radiometric dating placed its birth at an astonishing 4.55 billion years. Yet, the question persisted: whence did the Earth emerge? It was a Belgian priest, Georges Lemaitre, who in the same decade, posited the concept that has come to dominate cosmological thought, the Big Bang Theory. he proposed a universe emanating from a solitary primeval atom. This hypothesis gained monumental support from Edwin Hubble's observations that galaxies were retreating from us in every conceivable direction, and further in the 1960s with the discovery of cosmic microwave background radiation. What, then, was the precursor to the Big Bang some 13.8 billion years ago? One day we might decipher this enigma, and once unveiled, the inevitable query will arise: what preceded that? Turning to the ancient study of sacred geometry, we reverse engineer our method of scientific exploration. It begins with the notion of absolute nothingness. Before the cosmos assumed shape and substance, it was devoid of form, cloaked in an endless night. The inaugural being to emerge was not physical, not measurable, it was a point of convergence for everything. A point harboring no space within it, yet, paradoxically, comprising the potentiality of all that was to come. This point, one might say, is the quintessence of the spirit. And the first act of the spirit? It became sentient, conscious in the boundless void, a complete array of awareness. Ancient Egyptians believed that consciousness itself was the catalyst of creation. It was this nascent spirit that set forth on a path of motion. Now, from a standpoint of pure physics or mathematics, motion within a void is an impossibility. There is nothing relative to move against. Nonetheless, once the spirit marked a point in space, it could journey to the edge of its consciousness, thereby expanding, and in the process, birthing the Vesica Pisces, an opening through which light, the essential element of life, was conceived. According to the Bible's opening, God first crafted the heavens and the earth. It states that earth was without form, submerged in darkness, until the Spirit of God stirred the waters and proclaimed, "Let there be light." Despite varying interpretations over time, the sequence implicates motion before the advent of light. With each expansion of its awareness, following this Genesis pattern, the Spirit's movements unfolded fresh revelations. By the fourth step, we find ourselves 180 degrees from the origin, having the creation sequence as described in the Scripture. After 6 days, a geometrical marvel emerges, the seed of life, teeming with the potentiality of existence. Another rotation of circles begets the egg of life, a structure upon which your entire physicality is predicated. The egg of life blueprint determined the minutiae of your being, from the hue of your eyes to your stature. Should this pattern persist, 19 circles later, the flower of life blossoms, an arcane symbol ubiquitously revered across ancient territories. Its significance? The concealed knowledge within the flower of life was of such magnitude that our ancestors veiled its truths, which now beckons us to either harness its wisdom or plunge into ignorance. As our understanding expands and the circles reach completion, the fruit of life is unveiled, the cornerstone of all form emerging from its womb. Transition from the feminine curves of the fruit of life to the masculine lines, and we witness the genesis of Metatron's cube, embodying the very tapestry of existence. It is the Platonic solids, the cube, tetrahedron, octahedron, icosahedron, dodecahedron that emerge, correlating with the elements of earth, air, fire, water, and ether. These solids are not mere mathematical constructs. They are the geometric foundation of all matter, from the motion of atoms to the celestial dance of planets. This ancient wisdom, if viewed metaphorically rather than literally, holds potential to bridge the chasm between spirituality and science. As above, so below. This hermetic adage underscores that we dwell within a universe constructed on geometric principles. Beneath and beyond us, there exists harmony in this geometric order. In studying sacred geometry, we begin to fathom our place in the vastness, comprehending that, from atoms to galaxies, we are intimately linked to the grand design, with you residing at the very heart of it all. Now, you might wonder where to find such remarkable precision and proportion in today's world, how the ancient knowledge of the golden ratio persists in modern innovation. The golden ratio, a tantalizing proportion derived from the Fibonacci sequence, underpins the structural elegance of nature. This ratio, known as phi, the divine proportion, permeates everything, from the most infinitesimal particle to the spiraling galaxies. Our ancestors skillfully wove the golden ratio into the tapestry of their architecture, living in accordance with its balance. Now, cutting-edge technology follows suit, embracing the golden ratio in design to enhance aesthetics, efficiency, and user experience. The MSI Creator Z16 laptop stands at the crossroads of such technological evolution, a testament to how the timeless golden ratio shapes our present. In the spirit of this ancient principle, MSI crafts technology that aligns with the golden ratio's architectural perfection. The Creator Z16, with its sleek CNC milled aluminum chassis and 16:10 display ratio, captures the essence of the divine proportion for optimal visual comfort. For content creators, this laptop is not merely a tool. It is a conduit for manifesting one's vision, a narrative where science and art converge in golden symmetry. Now, allow me to propose a reflection. As we marvel at the boundless curiosity of mankind, what revelations from today's exploration will you take forth into your life? What insights have struck a chord, and which wisdom will you implement in your pursuit of knowledge and success? Remember, subscribe to this channel, and by liking and hitting the notification bell, you fortify your journey towards understanding, supported by the wealth of information we unravel together. If this exploration of the grand cosmic design and its terrestrial applications has enriched your understanding and bestowed value upon your intellectual pursuit, feel free to express your gratitude. Details can be found in the description below. Until next time, keep challenging the limits of your horizon, and may the golden ratio guide your steps in the wondrous labyrinth that is life.